Not this time.
Lavender
That
tincture.
yawn.
It's good in spells and all that, but she may want to rinse that foul mouth of hers with it too. Mark my words, one of us from the Coven will control these buffoons. Sooner or later.
Okay, there's a lady cleaning there. So maybe not risk it too much yet.
Face when I told her she was going to die soon. Well, that's what the tea leaves said. Not my fault.
Yeah, we're playing dice tonight. Dan, wouldn't miss that.
Nobody up here, I hope.
Another 20 bottles, she says. By midnight, she says. Ha! All I do anymore is brew potions for her. High and mighty is me.
Where is the... Okay, over in that room. Pay what you owe.
Only a few rats left.
Then what am I gonna do? She'll feed me to the hounds if I fall behind.
Oh. Can't see me. I hope. I don't think I have any knockout errors.
Then what am I gonna do? She'll feed me to the hounds if I fall behind.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get in here safely. What was that sound? Ooh.
I once knew a kid who said his bone charm would make bullets bounce off his skin. He shot himself in the stomach and died a day later.
Okay, open the vise. Black bone charm. What does this one do? Agility. Increase your jump height and distance. Okay. I think the black were basically the legendary ones, right? Raw whalebone. Why can't I take the whalebone from here? Use some more. Hook mine will take shots. Oh, we can probably sneak up over there. Cool. Defeat the brute reward. Don't know what we did right, but we crafted a mighty powerful bone charm this time. Jeanette says it's the reward for beating the brute, so spread the word. Okay. Am I crouched? Okay. Let's see what's going on here. There's some broken glass there. And I guess we can't get through here. this? Again. Okay, you're still
Bone
there.
charms, parlor tricks, and a handful of potions and tinctures. The barest whiff of the void.
That looks like we can read something. But the problem is, how do we get back up here? I guess we can get on the boiler. And then up on these pipes again? Maybe. She keeps coming back. How rude. I guess... could try... and drop down behind her. And then knock her out. Let's see if we can do that. The big piece you can't take must be fake. For making the cheaper knockoff bone charms. Not whalebone, but failbone. That's a cool name. Yeah. That's also a good theory. You know, like a good retcon. Like, why doesn't this work? It's probably more game balancing, but, you know. That's what works best. It would be kind of nice if they just, you know... She's sleeping. It's fine. Okay. Electrical burst. We're full on those. Okay. Jeanette, remember those old wall of light parts we found near the dockyards? Well, I found a way to make use of them. Turns out there's a part in them that powers the whole thing. So I took it out of all the rusty coils, and now we got these little things to stun folks if they get out of hand. I call them electrical burst. You're welcome. I've already seen folks sling them at rats to keep them out of the storerooms, but it makes them tense up and ruins the meat. Can't even make liquor from them if they're like that. Better to use them on larger vermin, you get me? One last thing, do not touch the tip. And by the outsider, do not lick it. I wish I didn't have to make that clear, but Lacey did on a bet, and it took hours to wake her up, and now she's got no eyebrows. Not from the electricity, just because someone shaved them off when she was out cold. But we told her it was the electricity. Not quite sure if the electrical bolt is knockout arrow. We know that now, I guess. Letter to Alma. Your last letter tore my heart out, with you begging me to quit the eyeless gang and come home. Whatever gruesome tales you heard, the eyeless aren't bloodthirsty brutes like hatters or howlers. They know things, secret things. They're teaching me how to make medicines and brew potions, and even carve my own bone charms for the occult boxing fights. If I keep winning matches, I'll catch Jeanette Lee's eyes. She's the boss here at the Albaca. If I work for her, the coin will come rolling in. More than I ever made toiling on the docks. Sad news about Graham's fever. I can't spare any coin, but here's some dried raven beak for a poultice. Boil it down with yarrow root in a copper pot and spread it thick on Graham's chest. She'll be right as crystal rain in no time. Your brother, Rory. Yeah, he might be dead. Food ticket program cancelled. Yeah, we've seen that in the previous games. Oh. How are they stuck to the pipes? That's fascinating. HM 8 out of 5. That's a weird machine. Hook mine. About the hooks mines. Stefan, what did I tell you? Glad we stole those blueprints last month. Sure, those parts were hard to find, but these hook mines are already making themselves useful. Snatched up an overseer trying to sneak in here. Wish I could have seen what his face looked like under that mask when the hooks got in him and dragged him up. Would have paid a lot of coin to see that. But someone in this district is telling tales about us to the Abbey of the Everman. Those witch hunters won't show mercy if they find out what we're doing here. Best find out which of our neighbors has a loose tongue, see if they can still snitch without it. And keep the tongue, we can use that. In the meantime, throw a rock or a rat up at this fool. See if you can make him twitch. I'll get more hook mines made as soon as I can. Arabella. The big piece you can take. You're not picking them up. Picking up what? The electrical bursts? I'm full. Or did I miss something else? And this... I guess that's the hook mine blueprint, and I can't get that either. But I guess it's good to know that I'm able to get the electrical bursts. Okay. That's cool though. But the hook mines, I guess that's how they work. Good to know. Oh, you're full. Okay, hook mines are great. Yeah, they remind me a bit of Spider-Man. Where you know, pull people up. And if I'd realized that the electrical burst things are not just short time stuns, but like basically the knockout arrows, I would have used them before. It would make all this a lot easier, and there's so many lying around. Okay, let's see what happens if we go up there. Oh, there's the dogs. So, do I have larger vermin, as they said? Electrical burst that stuns targets? How's that? Shrapnel grabs your enemies. So I'm not sure. Spider-Man, as in the Spider-Man game? Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. So stuns, is that just temporary? Where is the... Come on. So does that last? I think you're knocked out. I mean, they said it took her a couple hours to wake up, right? Whoops. Someone spotted something. That might not be good. The Jeanette or someone. Oh yeah, there's Jeanette. Okay. I guess she's spotted. we knocked out her dogs. Alright, I think that's all we can do in here. And I guess now we'd have to go in here and knock her out.
Freak. Hey. Pull here, put it back over there.
Okay.
Take it. All right.
There's two people there and she's
Okay, come on. All right, pull.
turned away, so if she walks back and forth there, yeah, it looks like it, then we might be able to knock her out. She's always like, oh my god, my dogs! And then she comes back and goes, well, oh my god, my dogs. Oh well. It's like, oh my god, my dogs. Oh well. Then she'll walk back, I guess. Yeah, the Spider-Man game is really cool. I was a bit disappointed when Sony started releasing...
Shit, are you alright, mate?
Alright. Loot you. He has a nice sword or something. Ooh, another bone charm. Is there anything useful in here? No, we can't even open that door. I wonder if we had goofed, this would have opened. Like, if we had been caught. Okay. It's the door we saw a moment ago, I think, and opened. I guess he closed that again.
Biding my time. I'll make it into the inner circle.
Another generator for light. Okay, now we pick up all the electrical bursts we couldn't get before. Just in case. Oh, you guys have to tell me.
Hounds in the long halls, smartness, yes, cruelty, catches, screams, white and bright blood, they gnaw our bones. Bodies hidden in dirt and marked white stone.
Okay, we know that one.
Bodies unearthed, flesh and clean sunshine, left for us, sweet taste decay.
I don't know what I just burned there. I hope it wasn't anything important. This might have been a mistake. Oh no, it still says bone charm nearby. Huh. Where though? Where is charm of the bone? More electrical bursts. At least we have 3 now. Do these non-lethally knocked out guys ever come back and recognize you later? I don't know. Yeah, the Spider-Man game works really well. Like, they got the web swinging right, and it has a great story. Actually, you know, I'm a long-time reader of the Spider-Man comics, and I never really got the Green Goblin. Like, he worked best for me as a legacy virus. A legacy character, I mean. Not legacy virus, that was an X-Men thing. And so, you know, he worked well when somebody else found Green Goblin equipment and then tried to do something with it. But really, the Green Goblin himself, there was just never a good reason for him to do the stuff he did beyond ha ha rah rah, I'm the evil criminal that Spider-Man needs to fight, you know. And so in this game was actually the first time where someone wrote the Green Goblin with reasons for doing his things that totally made sense. So that game has a lot of cool stuff in it, and it's just fun. Like the combat is kind of like the Batman Arkham games, but it's, you know, it's adjusted for Spider-Man. So like Batman is like more like a tanky person. He goes in, you know, and can punch people and things like that. And Spider-Man is more like a gymnast, you know? He bounces around and like does lots of smaller, lighter kicks and punches and things. And the gameplay really reflects that difference. But it's still, you know, like, basically, if you ever played an Arkham game, the gameplay in Spider-Man will, you know, be self-explanatory for you, basically. Yeah, so the people who knocked me out, they don't generally... There's never been a scene that I've seen where someone came back and said, "Oh, you knocked me out in that other mission." Or at least not unless it was like a big decision, you know, like you go to a named character and instead of killing them, just knock them out. Then of course there was a consequence where maybe you met them later. Ah, okay. That's the no trespassing spot we saw earlier. There's not really anything interesting here. But of course behind this guy, or next to this guy, was a bone charm, I think. So the question is, can we knock him out? So I'm hoping that all that talk about the bones... Okay, so the bone charm is probably the one below us. That makes sense. Okay, here is this guy. I mean, they probably won't be very happy if I knock out the other guy. Will they? But I guess we can try that. I don't know what happens when I free Dowd. My guess is the mission ends then, so I kind of want to do everything I can do here before I do that. And just in case, you know, Dowd attacks us, we might need all the advantages we can get. Oops, okay, he's seeing me. That's not good. So, I guess I have to knock him out and then see if the other guy comes out. Haven't read the Spider-Man comics, but seen all the movies and played the game, so my experience of Green Goblin is quite limited, but curious to see how it will be in the new movie. Oh right, will they have Green Goblin in there?
Not this time.
I wasn't quite sure, like I haven't really heard much about the new movie, but I guess it would make sense to bring him back. Oh, the other guy's gone now. Oh, they're both here.
Hey!
Okay.
Next time.
Oh, and he now went in there. Interesting. Who saw me?
Is it you again? Show yourself!
Don't tell me I've lost my talisman.
Come on, don't be shy.
Now what?
Hold control to block.
No use. Next time. Apparently.
The wings.
Okay, I think that was a bit of a glitch.
I was pretty sure I
For
took
a
it with
beer
me.
later? Sure.
The reason I did it, well, I can't really
I'm certain she's around. I'll be there when that monster's back.
In my previous life, I died of boredom in a stinking office.
I'll get the scars.
He was in the trailer. Okay. I only saw Dr. Octopus in the trailer so far.
Hey!
But that's cool.
Okay, now I'm jumpy. Seeing things in the shadows, hearing things in the wind.
Even if I was to die today, I don't regret anything.
Okay, I think the other guy...
I know she'll show up again.
Oh no, he's here, I guess. So I think...
Let me help you!
Somebody's not feeling well. One of us has been cold. Now's not the time for a nap.
What's going on?
Whoa.
Where is she?
Not super stealthy,
You don't stand a chance anyway.
but if I'm lucky...
Found anything? What do you want? Come in here. Who are you?
Nothing
Very
here.
bad idea.
If I'm lucky, this is enough to keep that room empty. And then I can just sneak in.
Everywhere. Cupboard.
I'm not sure if I need to get the last guy over there.
No luck.
Show
I
yourself.
bet I could
Be
break you in
careful.
half with
She's
just one
probably
hand.
hiding somewhere close. I know you're here somewhere.
Come get your feet. Show yourself.
Why is everyone walking in there? Is he just checking out the other guy?
Next time.
I guess he's just checking out that area. Okay, so we might be good. Yeah, he leaves again. So now we might be safe enough. Okay. That looks promising. I don't know if I have to get him. We'll see. The thing is, most villains in the time, like in the 60s, mid to late 60s, where Spider-Man also comes from, were, you know, they had a limited range of colors. And so the main characters, the good characters, got like certain easier colors, and the villains kind of got less nice looking and slightly more difficult to produce on the printing machine's colors. So like there are a good number of evil
What?
wasn't quite as stealthy as it should be. But maybe good enough. Okay, this level has a few bugs. Like holes in the floor where enemies detect me.
What happened here?
And I think I'm out of...
I'm supposed to catch the rats to make the liquor if I'm always making the liquor, huh? You ever think about that, Misery?
He woke up again? That's interesting. It's just rats, don't mind me.
What am I supposed to catch the rats to make the liquor if I'm always making the liquor, huh? You ever think about that, Misery?
Okay, so the question is, can I jump down there and switch this thing before everyone comes to attack me? Do you want to take bets? I guess I'll try it. I don't really have the patience, and I think we're overdue for a break. But maybe not when that guy is right next to me. I mean, I could knock him out, I guess, with a drop attack. Maybe I should have done that. We shall see.
12 bottles last night. My body's dead tired. Can't keep up. Supplies are...
Alright, now that you mention it, yeah, I think there was like a blink that you miss it, and you miss it picture of the Green Goblin from the Ted Raimi Spider-Man movies. I totally forgot about that already. I'm just hoping that they do him more justice. Oh.
I didn't like that. I'm going to have a look around.
Uh-oh.
Run while you still can, stranger. You're not so proud now, are you?
Okay. I'm so glad I can do that again. Oh, and I guess I haven't been in here yet. No. I didn't mean to close it. I just wanted to grab more coins. I mean, the people who did the Into the Spider-Verse animated movie did a really great job, so I hope that it's half as good as that, at least. And you can do a lot with this plot. And they seem to be going somewhere, so that's promising. Don't ask for a gin sling if you don't know the proper drink. Here's the way we do it. Okay. don't think we've been in here before. Oh. Here we are. Okay, I guess we could have maybe snuck in there. Oh. Someone's sitting in there. Oh, that's the lady near the entrance. Right. I remember her now. That's kind of inefficient to have like a couch blocking the door. Guess it's supposed to make the place look larger. Okay, I'm still not sure if I'm supposed to take them out first. But I guess we'll try the... Wait, I guess I could use a hook mine. Maybe for him. And maybe for her. Let's try that. Maybe it distracts them enough.
Let me help you.
Oh, damn it, I forgot to crouch.
Don't be shy.
I saw you. No use hiding.
Well, I guess I attracted everyone over here.
I bet I can break you in half with just one hand. No use hiding. I know the place like the back of my hand.
How do I place?
Show yourself.
Oh,
Has to be close here.
whoops.
We're always watching. Always. What the? How could this happen? Coming here was a very bad idea.
What? So you're back? I'll find you.
Well, I guess that works. Don't know how many of those I have left,
Show yourself.
but it's cool that I can just throw them. Where do you want me?
You asked for it.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so glad you're.
oh, thank goodness. So happy that worked. And thanks for coming to me. Oh, there's one guy left. Well, I should be... Okay, he's over there. Whoops. Dowd did well.
Dowd!
Lurk, I knew you'd seek me out one day. I didn't think it would be like this.
You were hard to find. How did you end up here?
Let's talk somewhere else. The Eyeless have more secrets than you know.
I've got a ship. Or what's left of it. The Dreadful Whale. It's docked below the Akantila repair station. Dowd,
Say whatever you want to say, Billy. That you're here now is enough. I need your help.
like old times?
Those days are gone. This is something bigger. One last job.
I can do it. Who's the mark?
The one responsible for it all. The cults. The black magic. This mark on my hand. We're gonna kill the black-eyed bastard himself.
What? You want to kill the outsider? You want to kill God?
Nietzsche would have a word with you about that.
I finally find him, and the old man's got me jumping right back into this occult shit. Dowd can explain himself back on the Dreadful Whale.
Alright, that was impressive. What was the first thing she said? Find him. Got me jumping right back into this occult shit. Okay. Okay, let's just see if we forgot anything. Oh, we actually missed a coin. Plagued spirit. That doesn't sound good. Alright, I don't think we had the leisure to loot everything here. A few more bullets. Cash register. Yes, please. But okay, that was a dramatic moment, by the way. Okay. I mean, it's called Death of the Outsider. But, you know, there's a difference between... Can we go down there and get back up? I guess it's worth a try. It's interesting that they have a lot of dead people down there. Yeah, okay, we can just jump out again. You see, that's good level design. Give nobody a chance to go somewhere where they couldn't get back out. Oh. I guess Dowd beheaded that guy. Sorry. Alright, so I guess...
You're surrounded! Hand over your weapons! Good job, boys. Whiskey's on me tonight.
Leaving the Eyeless for Winterdown. Eleanor. I'm shoving off as soon as I get coin enough for a ship to Winterdown. My heart soured on this place after the brute killed poor Maudie last month. I'll never forget how the crowd laughed when he gutted her, pricks. No, it's time to move on. Lenya says she can get me honest work with the Windown Guard. I'd rather look a fool in that uniform than stay here and see the black arts mocked. Jeanette said our orders came from a higher power. The Eyeless were privy to big secrets, she said. What a laugh. Nary one of these fools can craft a proper bone charm or rotting ointment. All they do is guzzle rat liquor and puke and brawl like babes. I won't miss any of them. You're my only friend here now that Maudie's gone, so I wanted to say farewell. Come to see me in Windown if you can, Morena. Okay, I guess Morena didn't make it. Or Eleanor. One of the two. Enemy. Coming here was a very bad idea. Steps on Shockmine. Billy, you said it. Yeah. If you hadn't KO'd everyone, Dowd would have gone on a real rampage here. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess now that you've done Dishonored 1 and 2, you know that Megan Foster equals Billy Lurk, formerly assassin of Dowd's Whalers gang. Yeah. I mean, we knew that she was Billy Lurk from the end of Dishonored 2. We found that info, I think, in her private logs. But of course, and I think she might have mentioned that she was in league with Dowd. So, like, the moment we heard that Dowd is the guy who killed Jessamine, and that was also in Dishonored 2, I guess. That was kind of answered. So this isn't going to be a spoiler. Her ship, Dreadful Whale, is an anagram of Farewell Dowd. Oh, cool. I didn't even think about something like that. That explains the typo. Why is it that bespectacled means wearing spectacles, but beheaded means not wearing a head? English? Alright, so I guess this is supposed to warn me. Wait, didn't we have some extra mines in here or something? Let's see if there's anything we want to loot here we didn't pick up before. Before we go out, just in case. We can get some more ammo for something. Oh, she's beheaded as well, so I guess he kills everyone you haven't knocked out yet. Oh, she's dead as well, but not beheaded. Interesting. I don't remember killing anyone. Like, I think I accidentally switched the hook mine to lethal for the first use. So I guess that guy I accidentally killed. But I think that's it. Okay, it's not looking too good for anyone who is upstairs. And nope, no extra mines here. Lucky guy. Oh, I forgot some coins here at least. Uses for hag pearls. Clarice, here's what you asked for. Weren't too hard to find. But you know they're not real pearls, right? 6 years at sea should have taught you that. Hagfish spit them up when they ate something bad. A rat falls in their mouth, and 2 weeks later a bunch of these come out, waxy and full of little bones. Or they swallowed up the silver teeth out of a dead man's head, and it's made them too heavy to swim right. Either way, it means they shove these things out one end or another. Probably why they smell awful. When they dry out, they turn stiff, and I've seen street kids pitch them at folks with slings. But dock workers say they're unlucky. Cut open a hagfish belly and a bunch of these pour out. You'd better take care. Your gran used to collect them, had a string of them around her wrist, and when she wanted someone's luck to turn, she'd whisper the name to it and slip it in their pocket. Worked half the time, at least. Might help you out someday, who knows? Just don't eat one. Visit again, Sue. Aunt Flora. So that's a hag pearl, I guess. Use hag pearls to distract your enemies or knock them unconscious. Okay. The eyeless got potential. Anyone who spent time on the water knows what these are. Lucky charms, scrimshaw, witchcraft if you want, whatever you call them. These fancy bits of bone can be worth a fortune if they make good on their promises. Sometimes you'll find one on a dead howler or grizzler. Sometimes some lifeless bootlicker's last hope in a fight. You'll never find one on a dead eyeless. You know why? Because the eyeless make good on their promises. We know things the Abbey don't want you to know, and not just a balm to clear that rash you got in an alley, but how to scratch up a bit of whalebone so you don't feel pain in a fistfight, how to make even the most sharp-eyed guard miss you in the street. even how to get the outsider's ear and ask him a thing or two. You won't believe what we can do until you see it yourself, until you see all those dead howlers at your feet and hold a bit of lucky bone to thank for it. All it takes is some ink under the skin and a couple of sleepless nights, and the city could be yours. Oh, so they don't use whale charms? Bone charms? And instead use tattoos? That could be unfortunate. I want to steal the fork. Okay, that can't be opened either. So I guess we're not getting in there. I hope there's... Looks like there's bone charms. Whalebone in there. I don't know. I don't suppose... Oh. Dumb. Hi guys. I guess they got a whale for lunch? Or why do they get raw whalebone? Raw whalebone. Anyway, sleep tight guys. Been there. Oh, I can open the latch here. Oh. A few more coins that I didn't see. What a bad looter I am. So we have a lot of whalebone. So why don't we check whether now that we have whalebone we can actually... No, we can't craft bone charms yet. And I don't think we have any left. Oh no, we do. Power Slash. You deal greater damage with your sword, but your sword attacks are slower. Splintering Bolts. Your voltaic shots inflict more damage. Bolts always break on impact. Not really things we want to do. Okay, I guess we're good. I don't think there was anything in those. No. Well, anyway, let's see. We have... We'll take shots. We have a hag pearl that we could use. And that's it. So I guess we're done down here, and we'll try what happens if we go up there. It's interesting that... Okay, she's no longer here. Oh, that door is open? Oh, so she was the one who wanted to get away? Interesting. Or no, she's just who Dowd killed? There's a bone charm nearby again.
Everyone's gotta die, yeah. But please, not today.
Okay, that's one of the guard. But I think... Okay. No special hints here.
All feared us. Bite, 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 bite.
Huh. Or maybe here somewhere? I think I heard something. Oh. No. Open. That seems to be another corrupt bone charm, maybe? Plagued spirit. Bull rat liquor? Is that the recipe? Yes. One grown bull rat. Alive. 9 red potatoes. Oh yeah. Potatoes used to be weird colors. Like, it's funny how certain fruit or vegetables these days were so used to, you know, to get to certain types of vegetables. And then you find out that, you know, in the old days there were like lots of variations, and they just, you know, like the ones you get are the ones that were cultivated from like the ones that grew the biggest or had the fewest, you know, like seeds that you wouldn't be able to eat or something like that. Carrots had colors, not potatoes. Carrots, yeah, carrots too, but I think, you know, like we have sweet potatoes and the regular potatoes, there were certain other... I think it was just basically potato-like fruits or vegetables that existed before. Bananas, of course, are another fruit in this case that came in different colors and different sizes, and some more or less bent. And there are a lot of dishes that today we think of as, of course there's potatoes in them, but if you look at those, you get, you know, remember, potatoes are from North America. Or from America, actually, the whole continent. So they weren't... yeah, they weren't that common before that. But we had other fruit, vegetables that we use instead. And kind of when the potato arrived from the Americas, people started using those because they were, you know, better, more nourishing. Potatoes can be yellow, red, orange, purple, almost black, and even blue. Yeah. Like there's some actual colored ones, so not just in Dishonored. 3 drops wormwood oil. But like today you wouldn't think so. It's, of course, bananas are even weirder because basically we cultivated a bunch of them, and those arrived in Europe, and then due to pests and things like that, they basically died out. And there's this whole thing where like the modern bananas are basically maybe not clones, but like all kind of based on the seeds of like very few Of course, potatoes can be green too, but that's just a phase. Yeah, if they're not yet ripe. Yeah, true. Oh, I only know different shades of brown, orange, yellow. Yeah, there were different colors. And I mean, you know, if you got those, you would probably look at them and go like, okay, they're kind of like potatoes, but you know, they weren't as soft as we're used to and things like that. They're still recognizable as potatoes in most cases. Living in Southeast Asia, there were dozens of different varieties of banana sold in the markets, wildly different in size and color and taste. Yeah. My favorite bananas were the little tiny sweet ones. My least favorite were the ones full of seeds, like ball bearings. Oh my god. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, the bananas we have today were cultivated to have, like, too few seeds, basically, and tiny seeds. You can't really... I'm not even sure if you can still plant them and grow them. I think they might actually be the kind of banana, you know, that is infertile. But yeah, I have to say, I think I've only had the European kind of banana so far. And not like the common one. Because I think there was like this one, like we had a different kind of banana, but I think like in the late 1800s, early 1900s, like before I existed, at least. Those had like the problem with pests, and so they stopped exporting them to Europe, and Europe got a different banana. No, the main varieties of banana in Europe are seedless and only propagate from cuttings. Yeah, okay. So I remembered that. Right, good. The other exciting bananas transport badly. The other existing, I guess, bananas transport badly. There's only one type that Europeans know, and that doesn't rot on the boat, so that's what we get. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's... I remember, I think it was a Donald Duck comic that I read as kid. Great Michelle and Cavendish, yeah. I think the Great Michelle is the one we eat now, right? And Cavendish is the old one that they had to stop before it completely went extinct. I remember a Donald Duck story where Donald kind of buys a boat full of bananas for Scrooge, and Scrooge and he calls Scrooge from the boat, or gets called by him, and Scrooge says, "So is everything all right?" And he says, "Oh yeah, this is great. This is a whole boat full of perfectly ripe bananas." And Scrooge goes like, "Oh, I'm fucked." No, not literally, of course, but, you know, like, that sentiment would be a little un-Donald Duck Disney. I mean, there's other Disney that swears and things like that, but you know what I mean. And he goes like, "Oh, that's unfortunate, because by the time the boat arrives, those will all be spoiled. Usually, they are green on the boat." Oh, the other exciting bananas transport badly. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, I get you now, yeah. Ours are just average. Okay, yeah. Drain rat's blood into the large cooking pot, boil with potatoes on red-hot stove, add warm wood when a mash forms, strain the brew into copper vats with a rat corpse, swelter one full moon cycle. Strain into a bottle. Wear a mask or you'll puke. Seal the rat inside with the liquor. If Jeanette sees you steal a squiff, you'll be hound's meat. Okay, so I guess we got the last bone charm. So hopefully it won't suddenly tell us you missed one in the mission summary. Alright, and we don't have to use the exit. We have this beautiful window here. And I guess if we now go through... You don't see us, you don't see us, you don't see us, you don't see us. Mumble, mumble, yeah.
Don't even know that. I can just go to yes.
Alright. Let's pop down here and see if that's the way back home. Sleep tight. What do you have to say?
Beings like us, creeping into his nest, sleeping safe on earth and stone, bright with rotten piss. Man came, hush, hush. Silver knives, bindings, trapped. His nest lies empty now.
Oh, I guess they remembered Dowd.
Tasted sharp, tasted bitter.
I've seen that.
Bottle rolling street, numbness and blindness, poisoned food.
Okay, they didn't replace the guards here. I guess that's good. Alright. Oh, nope. That was close. Can we maybe... I guess we can get up there. Please tell me... Oh no, he's coming down. Ooh. Can't believe that worked. And I guess he doesn't have a dog with him. That's also good. Let's see, are your friends still here? Yep, looks like it. Sleep off your booze. Ah, we can get back up here. Okay. I was kind of hoping that the level would just end. Once we got Dowd out. But now we have to sneak away. Oh, it was actually Gros Michel. In the 50s, it got killed by the Panama disease, and Cavendish are the type that we must clone to reproduce. Okay.
Timepiece I'd know. I'm gonna guess, what, 3? Yeah, about 3 more hours.
And Cavendish has now started to be infected by Panama disease as well, so eat them all quickly. Oh no.
Someone is
Oh
asking
no.
for trouble. Huh? What is going on here? Stop! Let me show you how I got my stripes.
Hey, why can't I deflect him? Now I can, finally. Okay, that wasn't quite as good. I hope she's still alive. Unconscious. Okay. He didn't. Usually when we carry around someone and they attack us, they tend to try and... Whoops. That was a waste. They kill their friends in the process. No, closed door. Okay, so hopefully we can just walk through here again. See, is there anything we have to loot? No. Okay. So I guess we'll be back. Carriage ride. Yes, please. And I think this is... Oh god, we're 1 hour late. Anyway, I guess we got the entire mission done. So I'm not sure if I'll try to do another 2 hours, probably just like 1 hour. But we need a short break, so that will be... I guess the next episode will be... Oh no, let's just finish this and finish here, I guess. Let's not drag it out. So let's see what happens. Okay. Whee! Can we look out the back? No, we can't. Civilians killed 0. Hostiles killed 1. Ouch. Okay. That was probably the mine. Total killed 1. Stealth 0 alarms rung. 7 bodies detected. 5 detections. Yeah. So that's our usual thing. Bone charm 6 of 6. Coins 360 of 2050. Like, where were all those coins? Paintings 0 of 1. I didn't even see any paintings that you could take. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, we forgot the... Okay, we forgot those. That's annoying. I might just go back and try that off stream. We didn't actually kill the White Hound. Okay, I completely forgot about that one. Well, but we did a decent job, I guess. We just missed 900 coins with these two. Like, I thought... You know, it said, like, pick up for the potion. And I think we picked up the recipe. So we just would have had to figure out where to take it. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Follow the ink. Dowd is determined to kill the outsider himself, and he needs your help to do so. Low-ranking members of the Cult of the Outsider. They are easily identified thanks to their distinctive tattoos. Okay, that's a spoiler again. Low-ranking members of the Cult of the Outsider. So there are higher. There is an actual cult.
When I first caught sight of Dowd, I was just a broken kid, staying alive out of spite. He cut the throats of 3 men without making a sound, leaving only blood and death in his wake. I don't know what I was hoping for when I followed him that night. But he shared his strange magic with me. And more than that, his skill, his time, his trust, and sometimes his secrets. Now he's not the man he was. Here in his final days, he's got wounds that won't ever heal and regrets as sharp as mine. I know how much that carves you up inside, but I found him. And he wants me to help him make up for a lifetime of sins by killing a god. The Abbey teaches us that the outsider preys on weakness, that the void is the source of doubt, heresy, and suffering, that the outsider is to blame for all our ills. Who knows? Maybe they're right. The same dream. My arm hacked away, my eye hollow and burning. It still aches. Let's hope it's not some kind of omen.
Let me tell you something about the void, Billy Lark. It touches the minds of the dreaming and the dying alike. And sometimes, dreams can only tell you what you wanted to forget.
I know who you are. Why are you here? What do you want from me?
People usually want something from me.
What in the void?
But you don't want my mark, do you, Billy? So I will return something you lost.
Wait, what are you? Ah!
The world was wounded around you. And you carry the scars. You will never be the same. I wonder if you'll like that.
What did he do to me? Of course he shows up now. Shit! Shit! He took my arm! And my face! Is it because of the dreams? Or doubt?
Okay. Interesting. So now... Again, I wonder... What's that supposed... You know, like... Is he like a bored Q? Well, Q is a bored Q, but... Yeah. He is, I guess, kind of like that, yeah. So the timelines converge, yeah. I mean, it's a good choice, I guess, because you get the cool look, and I like that they let me, you know, that they showed me the consequences of my previous actions. I'm assuming that's what it was, right? Or does the game always start with her going like, oh, I have my hand? Like, my guess was that it read my previous save game and went, you saved her, and that if I hadn't, changed time, that she would have just said, oh, I still have phantom pain in my limbs. But the question is, what does he tell her then in this scene? Like, does he just not show up here? So is this just a scene inserted to get me back onto the main, like on the canonical story? That would be good to know. Deadly raid at the Albarca. A raid on the Albarca Baths turned deadly as guards fought for their lives against the notorious Eyeless gang. The Albarca had been under surveillance for weeks after the guard received a tip about unsavory activities there. They rushed in to break up the fighting ring, but ended up in a lethal showdown with vicious gang members instead. It's a proud day. Thanks to the courage and diligence of my guards, Karnaca is a safer place. We removed dangerous villains from the streets and ended their illegal operations, said Captain Eduard Lejano, leader of the raid. He reassured reporters that his guards sustained only minor injuries. No Eyeless members survived.
The Grand Guard take down the Eyeless. Ha! Choffers.
But hey, better than if we did it. Like if they said, oh, Billy Lurk did it, you know, that wouldn't be nice. Let's check our travel log then. Okay, at last. He's here, on my ship, sleeping on Anton's old cot. How long had he been down in that pit at the Albarca Baths, taunted like a hound, until some fool thought they could take him on? They didn't even know who he was. The Islas called him the Black Magic Brute. There were more frightening names for him in Dunwall. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. I didn't know how he'd feel about me after what I did to him years ago, but it's like I never left. We're right back in the middle of it, digging into some foul cult, chasing down some mad grudge, but he's older now, weaker. I need your help, he said, like I'd never refuse. Well, I didn't, did I? The Outsider. Mothers tell tales about the Outsider to children in cradles, filling their nights with fear so they'll behave. For the Abbey, those stories never stop. Every sermon, every stricture, every damn piece of the litany is about the dangers of letting the Outsider into your head. And now Dowd wants to kill him. No more stories, no more warnings. No more terrible people fighting over promises from the void. I don't know how Dowd got marked by the Outsider. I don't know what he had to do, or what he was like before he had his magic. But I remember the kind of men it made him, and what he did with that power. So maybe he's right. Alright. Oh, now we have a powers section. So there is Foresight. Displace. Relocate by swapping positions. Displace allows you to deploy a marker at a certain range, then swap positions with it. Enemies can't see the marker, so you can deploy it and use it later for tactical purposes. You can also use Displace to reach higher vantages. Note that the cursor changes when the marker is aimed at a climbable surface or ledge. You can use Displace to pass through fences or glass windows, but you can't initially deploy the marker through them. Okay, that's cool. So that's basically Blink in a different but more powerful variation, I guess. Semblance. Impersonate another human. Semblance allows you to steal someone's identity, leaving them unconscious and fooling their allies. This power is useful for infiltration and stealth, enabling you to pass as your chosen target, but maintaining the illusion drains void energy, meaning the power only lasts for a while. Enemies will know something is amiss if they see you after the original subject's body. Aggressive behavior will break the illusion, causing enemies to attack. Okay, combat breaks it. Rat whispers. Understand rats. You can interact with rats when close, allowing you to hear their thoughts. They whisper to one another, exchanging information about what's going on in the streets and basements from their rodent point of view. Often it's cryptic, coming from an alien perspective, but sometimes provides a useful clue. Yes. Black Shard Arm, a strange gift from the Outsider, drawing and replenishing its power from the void itself. Sliver of the Eye, a fragment from an ancient void entity, enabling Billy to see things that were hidden to her before. Oh, I guess... Of course... I think Death of the Outsider starts with Billy having her armored eye regardless of how you played Dishonored 2, but it then draws from all the timeline variations of Dishonored 2 had. Have you used Foresight? No, not yet. I only just got this screen with those abilities, so I haven't used it yet. Okay, and you say it just starts the same. Okay. I guess that makes sense as well. I just thought, you know, since these are like weird variations. You could just say, if the game remembered what happened to Billy in the previous game, she would have no right arm. And in that case, it would just say, he would just give her this part, and maybe she'd just have an eye patch, and now she has the weird sliver of the eye. So, I could see that working as well. Rat Whispers. Yeah. Whaler Sword. Yeah. So I guess we're good. Because you skipped over its description. Oh, did I? That could be Foresight. Foresight allows you to stop time and leave your body behind, flying around to scout your surroundings. While using Foresight, you can move through spaces that are too tight normally, like ventilation ducts. With Foresight, you can mark characters or objects, enabling you to track them, even through walls, or see the patrol routes of marked characters. Oh, cool, okay. Yeah, I guess that's an interesting variation. I also wonder, it kind of sounds like the Displace and Foresight. If you can combine these, that would be kind of like the rat travel. So you can use Foresight to go through a ventilation, and then once you reach the other end, use Displace to set the marker. So that's kind of a variation. Foresight and Displace work together yet. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. That totally makes sense. Like, you can kind of tell that, in general, the abilities in the different Dishonored games and for the different characters, they're all kind of like similar, like certain basic skills everyone has. And then they're just mixed, like some of them have like a separate time slow down or stop and a blink skill, and others it's automatic. If you far reach somewhere, then you're kind of frozen in midair and things like that, and some it unlocks at a different level. So and it's basically just small variations, like the semblance, impersonate another human. We had possession that kind of also let you jump into a human, which I never really did, come to realize now. And then, you supposedly were able to walk around as them or something without being spotted too obviously. And that's basically the same here. But with the twist of that the other human in that case is still around, you don't possess them. Billy's powers are slower and more tactical than the previous ones. Maybe that's why I prefer them. Oh, that's cool. Like, if, like, the game can, take care of that, can, like, if the gameplay is adjusted for this slowness in the abilities, that's cool. That makes it a different, that makes the game feel different. And that's always important. If you're playing a different character, but it feels totally the same as any other character, then it doesn't really, then it feels a bit cheap. As I said earlier with Spider-Man and Arkham Asylum, like in the Spider-Man game and the Batman Arkham game, you kind of have similar things. You can sit on certain perches, you can, pick up and tie up enemies from above, or you can sneak up behind them and take them out and things like that. and combat is basically going near a group of enemies and clicking to attack the nearest one and right-clicking to kind of defend or whatever. Well, on Spider-Man, of course, that's a console-only game, so it's the respective buttons on your controllers. But, like, the general procedure of fighting is the same thing. And if you hold some combinations, then there will be special attacks. And that's basically what those games all do. Both do. But just the way it feels, like the speed with which you flip from enemies, the amount of damage you do, how many punches it takes to take someone down, that's where they get the feel of the character. And of course there are some specific abilities and things that just make more sense for Spider-Man, but some of those are just basically themed, you know? Like, Batman has gadgets, Spider-Man has gadgets, so that's not really that much of a difference. And so Batman has some sort of, you know, like, tie them up, Bolo-like ability maybe, and Spider-Man has, like, his impact webbing, that kind of, you know, or those traps and things like that, you know, so you could see basically the same abilities work for both. And then sometimes it's a little different, because I think Arkham basically has no limits on how you use the abilities, so you don't need to refill or anything. You just have a cooldown before you can use something next, and in some levels, you know, you're prohibited from using certain abilities. Whereas in Spider-Man, you have like 3 chargers on every gadget, or something like that. But, and that kind of changes how it plays, although on a certain level, these are all basically the same game. Just the traversal is different. Like, Batman is more running, and then, you know, getting on high perches with a grappling hook. So, like, there is vertical traversal and horizontal, but they're separate, and the vertical is very limited. Whereas Spider-Man, you know, flies across, and, well, although Batman flies across as well, he has that cape to glide. But in that way, Batman is more limited with the vertical traversal and traversing horizontally at a high vertical level. But, you know, in the end, if you play both games, you'll find that they're very similar, but still so nicely different. And I like that in similar games, and especially in sequels.
What happened to you? The outsider did this. What did he say?
I've had bad dreams for a while now, and he was never there. But I feel good. Strong. Like all those years ago when we ran together. He didn't offer me his mark. Just said some cryptic shit, and left me with this.
I never knew what the black-eyed bastard wanted. Be careful. The outsider's gifts come with a price. You won't know until it's already been paid.
I didn't have much choice.
Neither do I. My connection to the void is fading. We've got to act soon, before it takes me forever.
You found a way to do it. To kill the outsider. How?
I spent years looking for an answer. I searched the Isles, tracked down a dozen crazy cults. But there's more to the Eyeless. They've got a relic. The knife that made the outsider. Thousands of years ago. It's here. In Karnaca.
A knife. So you want me to steal it?
Soon. First, we need to find out who leads the Eyeless, and where they keep that knife. They're powerful people, wealthy or noble or both. I don't know their names, but they all have an esoteric tattoo that sets them apart. Those low-ranking thugs at the boxing club talked about getting inked in the Red Camellia, in the Upper Syria district.
I'll go there and see what I can find. Try to rest out.
I couldn't do this on my own anymore, Billy. Thank you.
Interesting. We don't really know about. Don't really know about the powers he gave us, I guess. Quite yet. He's also, you know, this is a bit of a retread of Sokolov, who also was sick and couldn't help us. The Lonely Rat Boy and Other Tales. I don't think we've read that one yet. He had walked for hours, limping unsteadily, crossing the city as he avoided those who prowled the streets at night. He had found himself in an unknown part of Dunwall, his little rat nestled against his neck, one spot of warmth in the cold. A gentle sound beckoned him down an alleyway. He hesitated, then followed. The walls were slick with rainwater, the sound glancing off its stones like an echoing throat. At the end of the path rose a twisted construction of wood and wire. A piece of carved and polished bone hummed within. Oh, that's an outsider altar, I guess. The boy heard a voice like the voice of the waves, cold and timeless. A shadow rose up, a radiant darkness that defied all sight. A young man who wandered lonely places, the outsider himself. When the flesh of the boy's left hand itched and smoldered, he did not look away. When the vision vanished, the outsider's mark remained. That night the boy climbed to the highest of Dunwall's jagged roofs, and looked over the city. The towers and gables undulated under his eyes like a grand and shifting ocean. He saw all the lives that teemed beneath and was not afraid. Yeah, we learned in the base game of Dishonored 2. We learned about the outsider and how he came to be, and that Delilah kind of did the same when we locked her in the void in the first game. That's also something I'd only just connected because of course I played them out of order.
All our lives, the Abbey of the Everyman tells us to hate him.
For once, they're right.
So are we working for the Abbey now?
They'd kill us as soon as him if they had the chance. No. The Abbey doesn't want our help. And we don't need it.
Okay, that was a bit buggy.
Be careful of your arm and eye. You can't know what the outsider wants with you. And he's always watching.
Yeah, my guess is, why wouldn't he know what we're trying to do?
It's been a long time since those days.
Where did you find that? I haven't seen that face in years.
They sprung up everywhere a few months after I left Dunwall.
And you kept it all this time. I'd be more careful of nostalgia if I were you.
It's a little buggy that he comments, but if he's behind us, we hear him so quietly. Going east. Thanks for loaning us the skiff. We'll follow the coast east to slip past the port guards. Ruiz says the Aristos are gasping for Winnodown caviar, so that's our cargo. We'll be back next week. I'll stow the boat at the waterlock in Upper Syria district like we talked about. Don't worry, I'll take good care of it. I know a sturdy skiff's worth its weight in coin these days. Marilyn. Okay. That painting is by Sokolov, right? But he was a high-profile member of the Academy, so that cannot possibly be outsider art. By outsider art, do you mean the colorful paintings like Delilah did them? Or what? I don't really remember outsider art. But yeah, I guess, you know, you could say maybe this painting is watching us.
This was the tattoo on all the thugs from the boxing club.
Eyeless remain eyesore for our city. 2 raids by the Grand Guard occurred last night, resulting in few arrests as investigations continue into the activities of the gang known as the Eyeless. Both raids were conducted on derelict warehouses in the Campo Seta dockyards. Several shipments of whalebone were found at both scenes, along with many carved talismans familiar on sailing ships. These trinkets, marked with strange insignias, were collected along with various unidentified powders, noxious plants, and vials of unknown liquid. Though these items add credence to rumors of black magic being practiced by the Eyeless, the Grand Guard has not called for overseer support. Okay, we've read that already. Seemed different somehow. Okay. Okay. Oh. I guess this is outsider art?
My arm, my eye. It's just like the dreams.
What was that other picture? Can't really see. No, it seems the same painting. I don't think it's the one where she's missing. Oh, now it's missing the arm. Okay.
She can see it all. The void breaking and spreading through all the cracks. Like seawater sinking the whole ship.
Okay, interesting. It's a pun on outsider art, a term for work made by those outside of the mainstream, often without formal training. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not her friend now and she doesn't have the arm. Yeah, so that's totally the 2 timelines we're seeing here. That's cool. I liked seeing that picture the first time. Just like, oh, yeah, they were friends and it worked out. Because of how we changed time. So I don't know. You know, when I came into the game, I wasn't quite sure, like, do they take stuff from the base game from Dishonored 2 or not? And I would have been a bit disappointed, but I guess the way we played Dishonored 2, it matches up the way we played, even if it's just default. Dowd's journal. She found me. I'm not surprised, only grateful. If anyone in the Isles could have found me, it was Lurk. She's just as capable as she always was. I remember when she was young. She wasn't the first street kid to join my gang, but she was the first to show real promise. I took her in and oversaw her training myself. She took to the life more quickly and more desperately than most. I watched her grow up, get stronger, faster. She was always trying to impress me, but each year she became a little more ruthless, a little colder. She liked wearing that mask. I turned her into what she was, just like the outsider made me. When she betrayed me, I had no one but myself to blame. Now she's something else. I'm not sure what. I can't guess the kind of life she's led without me, who she's hurt, or who she's cared about. She knows that I forgave her a long time ago, but I wonder, sometimes, if she ever thought to forgive me. Huh. I would have loved a reaction from her. Okay. So I guess we can see 6. Let's see how this works. Oh, that looks cool. Displays. Okay.
What has the outsider done to me?
I like that it, you know, it looks the same, yet different. Okay, that's something we could have climbed up anyway. Let's see, can we go up here? Yes. You know, like the segmentation on the mana wheel, for example. Oh right, we can't place it through windows, but we can use it once we're there. Open that? Drat. I thought we could now explore the boat some more. But apparently that's not how they planned it. I guess they will keep us locked out. I guess I should have guessed as much, given, you know, they didn't remove the stuff from in front the door. So I guess I could see. That's the void vision-like thing.
This thing lets me see more than I should. Why give this to me?
Oh, it's kind of like walking. Oh, and we actually have placed displace marker here. That's cool. I like though that it just fully recharges, so they've done away with the mana potions completely. That's nice. You know, it's so much fun to use these abilities. Come on. Oh, that's cool. That you saw that marker a little bit when I tried it out. Oh, and it automatically switched to displays. So if I now click, oops, okay. Oh, F maybe? No. Ah, I'm not in range. That's why it didn't trigger. Okay. That's cool. Oh, it all just recharges. Nice, yeah. I don't remember, do Billy's powers consume mana that needs refilling with items, or does it all just recharge? Yeah. In the earlier games, I was always so stingy with void powers because of the resource consumption. Yeah, I was, like, I mostly used the abilities that auto-recharged and tried to kind of stay, you know, within the top bit that recharged automatically. You know, and waited for recharges. But that, of course, means that, you know, like the doing series of blinks or something like that. I never really did that. Well, in Dishonored 1, I didn't do it just because I couldn't figure out how to trigger it. But even in Dishonored 2, or even when being chased, you know, I didn't... I tried to avoid using the ability too much so that it wouldn't recharge. She jumps quite high, but I think we've had that earlier already. We get replacement feet as well. What else do we... Oh, we have the pretend to be someone else. How does that work? There's nobody to impersonate. Oh, can we pretend to be not Sokolov Dowd? That would kind of be a nice thing to be able to practice. I also like that they're going with different effects for her abilities. No, I don't think we can pretend to be him. Okay, I guess we'll have to try that out later. It's kind of with a first-person game. It's kind of difficult, you know, to portray that. So it'll be interesting to see how that looks. You have to KO them to impersonate, I think, or kill them. Ah, okay. I don't think we wanna knock out Dowd. If we even can. So I guess we'd have to see if we could find someone over there. I guess the skiff is still missing, but we now have the message that tells us it will be back soon, I guess. Oh, there's a book here. The Knife of Dunwall. Oh yeah, we've read that one. Those are parts of the ship, I think. I just hope the ship doesn't fall apart while Dowd is sleeping on it. Anyway, I guess this is the point where we've tried all our new abilities just a little bit. And where we will, I guess, be going to continue next week. It's 10 to 11, so our usual time for stopping if we run a little longer. Just without the break. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This looks like I really like this so far. Like, I don't know, I hope that there will be another, you know, like new mechanic or clever thing like we had in Dishonored 2. Something like that. Just, you know, reliably surprise me, please, Dishonored developers. That's always cool, you know, if you go into a game thinking it's this and then they go, okay, now it's something different for a moment. Just, you know, it refreshes it, you know, maybe near the end and things like that. But then on the other hand, you know, I've enjoyed this so much so far that I have no problems at all with, you know, just it being like the Dishonored 1 DLC, where I just went well, this is more in that same world, and it's the solid same gameplay, basically, so I'm enjoying it. You know, this is exactly the kind of game I enjoy. Well, maybe a little more combat heavy than my ideal game, but it's the kind of games that are released a lot today and that I can happily play, and that they let me play mostly in my style. So I can put up with the occasional being forced to do some combat or something. So it's totally fine. And we shall see. Anyway, so this is Sunday in my time zone, at least for another hour. Push this button, and I hope you will be coming back next week for more of this Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, and we'll just see how far we get next time. Yeah. Before next time, you should read visual effects wordpress.com. Oh, what is that? Visual fix. Okay. Curious what that will be. Anyway, yeah, I hope you have a great week, and remember to keep an eye out on Discord and or my Twitter or the schedule here underneath Twitch, because yeah, I'll be taking off on 15th. That's, I think, Wednesday. So probably not Wednesday. No, actually Wednesday is pretty... yeah, probably Wednesday. I don't know. I will probably be doing some more streams. Maybe more, you know, like weekday streams. I don't think I'll do the painful thing that I did last year, which was get up early in the morning and continue my streams at the early morning times I had for a while before work. That's a blog about the dreadful whale and looking at its design in detail. Oh, cool. So visualfix.wordpress.com. Thank you for that one. I'll definitely have a peek at that. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so there will be some streams. I'm definitely planning to do a little bit of retro programming. I have prepared a little bit that will allow me to kind of write a... if I want to be grandiose about it, it's not quite that. I'm planning to write something not quite unlike a version control system, just a little tool to let me back up my code, commit my code, so to say, from inside the emulator onto the host computer's hard disk, so that if the emulator crashes and takes the whole hard disk with it, which in the OS 9 emulator didn't happen that often, but if I was running System 7, there were some really... some of the crashes just nuked the entire hard disk. So I kind of want to be able to save stuff easily out, and for that I wanted to write a little hypercard stack that will take care of copying the files back and forth. So that's a plan I have, and I want to code. And so yeah, if you're interested in that, keep an eye out for weekday streams. I also might do some other games that I recently got where I think, you know, I might stream those. We shall see. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you'll have a great week, I hope you have some rest and vacation coming out as well, or at least will be able to enjoy the rest of this Sunday. Oh, wait, what is it? By the way, if you don't have anybody planned to raid, AF Retro is online. Although he's doing GameCube today, he's got a huge Mac computer collection. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we can try to do that raid. Let me just tab out of there. Let's hope I typed that right. AF, no, AF Retro, right, with an underscore. So let's see. Okay, thank you for being here. Hope you'll come back. I'll probably do the weekday streams around the time these streams are, because that's just a very comfortable time for me. Yeah, and we'll see when else we will do some stuff. So hopefully see you at the latest again next Sunday, or doing some of the weekday streams. Details will be forthcoming on the channels I've mentioned. And now let's turn on the raid and see how that goes. Bye-bye.